Hey girls, today we're going to go over some Google Drive basics. Google Drive is super important for your exec team to be able to collaborate together on documents and projects, as well as help keeps National Charge on the same page. So it's super important that your whole exec team uses it and knows it very well. So the first thing we'll do is sign into our drives by clicking on this grid right here, finding a drive icon. Notice I'm going to use my personal Charge account only. I do have a personal life account right here, but if you have any, documents from Charge on this account, please remove them and add them to your chapter Gmail account by either sharing them or copying and pasting them or emailing them over, but keep it all on your given Gmail account. So I'm going to sign in. As I sign in, you can see I have a couple of folders in my drive right away. The folders that have no little people inside of them, that means that they're my personal folders. Only I can see these, not my team. But this is my chapter folder right here. So this should all be saved on your home screens. If you work out of maybe your shared with me folder and it's there, feel free to left click and add it on over to your drive. Just like that. And so now I'm going to open up my folder here. And first I'm going to open up and see who has access to it. So on all of your chapter folders, the only people on it should be some National Charge members, RCLs and CLCs, as well as your exec team. There shouldn't be any small group leaders or any other members on these folders. So going ahead and opening it up here, this is what a clean folder should look like. 1 through 7 in previous semesters and no other documents floating around. You can keep this nice and tidy by going through it after every single semester. So whenever you do something in your drive, it's easiest to first find the folder that you plan on storing it under. So say I'm going to create some event ideas. I'm going to create a new document in here, creating it in a share folder. So this means the minute I start this file, anyone on my UCF chapter drive can access it, can collaborate, can edit it, can do whatever they want. So this becomes public right as soon as you do it in here. So just really quickly, I'm going to make event ideas workout. That's a great idea. So that's my document right here. And as soon as I refresh my page, boom, here it is in my drive. And this means that everyone on my team can look at it, can reference it, etc. So say I'm still working on it and for some reason I want to use this on my personal drive and not my UCF drive. Maybe I'm planning a surprise. You can drag it over to your personal drive. But here it's going to warn you saying people will lose access. And most of the times documents are important, so you don't really want to do that ever. So what you can do is left click and make a copy of it. And there you can maybe drag your copy to your personal drive. But you really should never be doing anything out of your personal drive. So this says people lose access, so I'll allow it. I'm planning a surprise event. And so here it is in my event ideas. I'm going to move it back to my UCF charge folder. So now it's back to the public. And here is my copy of events. I'm going to move it back to my event folder here. People will lose access. So whenever you go to delete a file, I recommend deleting it instead of dragging it. One thing about deleting it is you can always recover files that are deleted. So you can always find it in anyone's trash, but you cannot always recover files that are dragged. So it's very dangerous to do any dragging out of your chapter folder. But if you ever do delete one of your files, like I'm going to delete these two files that I just made by just clicking the trash here. So if someone were to collaborate on this, they'd still be able to access it. So if someone, added an event to my event ideas document, they could look at it, which is why it's a lot safer to use your chapter drive. That way you can always find backup files if you accidentally delete them. But in my trash, here they are. And if I wanted them back, I could always restore them by left clicking and restoring. So accidents do happen, but no worries. You can always click undo really quick, or you can find it in your trash can. But when dragging, it's very hard to trace down, so I recommend not doing that. If you do notice something is gone from your chapter drive and you'd like to know where it is. So if you can't, find out who's guilty, what you can do is click the information button right here, view details, and here's your activity. So it shows that I moved an item to the trash, I restored an item, I've been playing with it all day, so I can see that here. If you do drag things sometimes, in the trash can, it'll let you restore it, but if you drag it to a folder that you don't have access to, it actually won't let you click open the document right here. So it's super important never to drag anything. If you're using national charge files, please make a copy of them. Don't edit anything directly, as everyone will be affected. So this is how you access your chapter drive. If you have any questions on how it should look, it's all laid out in the leadership blog. If you don't have access to it and you're an ambassador, please let National Charge know. And if you are an exec team member and don't have access to it, please contact your ambassador and then get it shared with you. If you have any questions, please let us know. But this should cover pretty much the basics.